Hey guys, here's a car we haven't seen on the channel in a long time. It's the Jetta. In this video series, we're going to fix this car up and get it ready to sell. Should be fun. Okay, I'm sure most of you have never seen this car before, so here's a little bit of backstory. This is a 2002 Jetta TDI. It's got the 1.9 turbo diesel engine and a 5-speed manual gearbox. I bought this car in 2015 and I daily drove it for 5 or 6 years. Then I drove it intermittently for a couple more years, and for the last 2 or 3 years it's basically just been sitting in the driveway collecting dust. So, we're going to fix it up and sell it to free up some space in the driveway, and also to give us some money to fix the BMW. So, this car is mostly stock. However, I did make a couple minor upgrades. Of course, you can see that light bar up front with the LED lights on it. Also, I added a cooling fan to the intercooler, which is right in here, and the intercooler fan has a temperature switch on it, which is located right here. You can literally dial in what temperature you want it to come on. Also, over here, we installed an oil catch can. The car originally came with 15-inch steel wheels, but I replaced those with aftermarket 17-inch wheels. I also did something oh, there goes a train. Hold on. I also did something they call the Joey mod to the headlights, where I blacked out the surrounding part. And aside from that, everything's basically stock. I just did routine maintenance and repairs when necessary. But since the car has basically been sitting unused for a couple years, of course it's pretty dirty and crusty, and also it seems to have developed a couple maintenance issues that need to be addressed. So in this video series, we're going to take care of all that stuff, and then hopefully we'll be able to sell this car. Now, I don't know about you, but I do not enjoy working on a dirty, grungy car. So the first thing we're going to do is blow off the dust and give this thing a wash. Here we go. Okay, that's an improvement. Now we need to get this thing up on jack stands so we can give it a thorough inspection. We'll come up with a to-do list and start ordering parts. Okay, so the car is up on jack stands, the wheels are off, the splash guards are off, and boy, this thing is crusty. Anyway, we're checking stuff out, we're adding items to our to-do list. So for example, the brakes are looking pretty crusty. I guess that's what happens when a car sits for a couple of years without moving. But the pads and rotors are pretty cheap, so we'll just replace all of them. Also, the power steering pump is making unhappy noises. It's probably bad, so we're going to replace that too. Also, there is a leak in the AC system somewhere. We're going to have to find that leak and fix it as well. I also noticed this fitting on the vacuum pump is really loose, so we might have to do something about that as well. Oh, and I almost forgot, there appears to be a slow leak in the cooling system. Now, I looked around and I wasn't able to find anything, so we put some UV dye in the coolant. I also have a black light here, so we'll take it for a drive around the block to circulate the coolant, and we'll use our black light to find out where the leak is. I also noticed that the headlights are starting to get pretty crusty. Actually, if you look closely at this headlight, the silver coating inside there is actually starting to peel off. So maybe I'll just buy some new headlight housings. Also, the interior in this car is pretty gross. But that's what happens when a car sits in a hot, humid environment for a couple years without being used. Everything gets covered in mildew. So I'm probably going to have to rip out the entire interior and refurbish everything. That'll be a project. Also, I want to do some paint correction on the exterior, and these wheels really need to be refinished. So the plan for this project is to handle it in 3 stages. Stage 1 will be all the mechanical stuff, the coolant leak, the AC, the power steering, the brakes, etc. After that's done, then we can move on to the interior, which will be phase 2, and then finally phase 3 will be the exterior stuff, the paint correction, refinishing the wheels, and so on.
Computer updated.
Okay folks, we just received a whole pile of parts for this car, so it's time to get to work. But I think this is a good place to end this video. In the next one, we're going to start with phase 1. Once again, that's all the mechanical stuff, the steering, the brakes, the cooling system, the air conditioning. So stay tuned.